Hello everybody, welcome to this instruction video. I'll be showing you block 7 of the Circles of the Sun crochet along. I'll be using cotton 8 yarn and a 3mm crochet hook. The original pattern you can find online, which you can find on Lilla Bjorn Crochet, and also post a link where you can find the original pattern for the Circles of the Sun crochet along. So this is block 7. I'll be taking you step by step through the rounds, and I hope this is a useful video for you. Thank you for watching. Round 1. We're again starting with a magic ring, and we're going to work double crochets in the ring, 12 in total. So the first one is a chain 2, just like before. And now we work 11 more double crochets in the ring, and I'll show you how to close this with a needle join using a needle, and in the next round I'll show you how to close a needle join using your hook. So that goes 1, 2, 3 of the 11, 4, 10, and then this is number 11, so plus that chain 2 gives you 12. I'm going to close the magic ring by pulling tight, like so. Then we cut off and pull through. Let me just quickly find my needle, which I of course did not. There you go. Put your needle on your hook. So through this is the chain 2 here. So through that first stitch, pull through, and then enter in through the top of the stitch. See how I have it there at the top? If you look at it from this side, see it like this. You can really enter into your magic ring stitches already, like so, and pull through. And then just fashion it a little bit, especially the first one. You really need to just fashion a bit because it's so small still. And then you can work away your tail, and you're done with round 1, and you have 12 stitches here in total. Round 2. For this round we're going to be working 2 double crochets in each and every stitch. So we're making an increase. You can start in any position you like. And we're also going to not be working in the entire stitch, but only in the back loops. So take note. We're increasing only in the back loops here. So I have my hook here on the back loop of any stitch, doesn't matter which stitch, and pick up a loop. Chain 2. This is for your first double crochet, and then work a second double crochet in that same stitch. And you're going to continue like this all the way around. So in the back loop of each and every stitch, so I have the back loop there, work a double crochet and also a second. So 2 double crochets on the back loop of each stitch. Go all the way around, and then I'll show you how to close with an invisible join using your hook. I've worked 12 times 2 double crochets, so that's 24 in total. You cut off your yarn and open up the stitch where you just were. To close, go to the first proper stitch, so not the chain 2 but the stitch directly next to it. Pick up and pull through. Then through the back loop of your last stitch, pick up that loop again and pull through. That completes your invisible join. You can either work away this thread or hold it to the back of your work and work over it in the next round. Just going to shape it a little bit, especially these first few rounds. You still need to help a little bit. And that completes round 2. Round 3, you're going to start in any double crochet increase on the second double crochet, and again working only in the back loops, just like we did in round 2. Pick up your yarn, so that's second double crochet. I'm going to start with 2 single crochets. The first one is of course a chain 1, and the second single crochet, work on the next stitch. Now we're going to make a treble 3 together, and let me just show you where you're going to make it. So the treble, you're going to work in 3 loops from round 1, and the first leg you're going to work in the double crochet increased position from 1 stitch back. So you can see actually that's the position where we started. This is going to be the first leg, this is going to be the second leg, which is below the stitch where we are right now, and this is going to be the third leg. So work a treble 3 together, so that's twice over for the treble. Then you need to come back to this loop here, and you might have to slightly fold your work to really get under it, like so, and then take off once and twice, and then of course you stop. And now we're going to do it again, so twice over, and then in that next loop pick up your yarn and take off 1, 2 times, then again yarn over twice, pick up and take off once, twice. Now you have 4 loops on your hook. You can see where you've worked them. Take them all off. And that's your first treble 3 together worked. Now you're going to make single crochets, not skipping any stitches on the round where we just were. So coming back up to round 2, you can see that's the last stitch worked in. So now we're going to go to this stitch here. We're going to work a single crochet in that back loop. Like so, you can see I've not skipped any stitches. So it's a single crochet, and now work a single crochet increase. So that's 2 in the next stitch, like so. And that is your repeat unit. I'll show you this once more. You can start with 2 single crochets. Start of the repeat unit. It's 1 and 2. Now again the treble 3 together, and we're again going to go 1 loop back. So you see this is the loop where we are right now. So the first leg is going to come in this loop here, but this already contains a double crochet or a treble crochet leg. So this is correct. You will have a second one in this position, so just next to it. So here you'll have 1 leg, here you'll have 1 leg, and then here you'll have 1 leg. So I'm going to make that treble 3 together, twice over. So again, come into that loop, make sure you're really to the left of that first leg, that you don't accidentally, for example, have that leg on this side here, because that would look funny. So really make sure it's to the left. Of course, if you're left-handed, it's all the other way around. Twice over, and pick up the second leg, take off 2 times, and then we do it a 3rd time, twice over, pick up, and that's once, twice, 4 loops on your hook, take them all off. Come back up to round 2, not skipping any stitches. So that's going to be the next stitch we work in, because that was the last one. So it's going to be this one here. Work a single crochet, and then work a single crochet increase. 1 and 2. That's your repeat unit. I'm going to do this. I'm just going to mold this a little bit into shape. You're going to do this all the way around, and you're going to be making 6 of these petals in total, and your last petal will of course contain these 3 loops here, in which case you'll already have a leg in this loop, from which will be this flower petal here. So you'll have 1 leg here, 1 leg in the middle, and then your last leg here, which will of course also combine with this flower petal. So go all the way around and then close with a needle join on your first stitch. Round 4. This round we're again making a background color round. And to start in any treble 3 together, so you can choose a petal you like, and the back loop only. I'm just going to grab the back loop and the third loop, both of these, like so, just to anchor it a little bit more sturdy. Tatiana also writes on her blog how this third loop can help you to prevent holes in your work. So pick up your yarn, and we're going to start with a double crochet increase. So the first one is of course a chain 2, and then a second double crochet in that same stitch. On the next 2 stitches work a double crochet. So that is 1 and 2. That's your repeat unit. I'm going to do that 12 times. I'll show you once more. On the next stitch, which is the second single crochet of this single crochet increase here, again make a double crochet increase. So your increases are going to be on that second single crochet from your increase in the previous round, and on your treble 3 together. So that was my increase, and now on the next 2 stitches work a single crochet, a double crochet on each of the next 2 single crochets. Sometimes I get a little tongue twisted. There we go. And that you're now going to do 10 more times. So on the next stitch is of course on the treble, and here I'm just going to pick up that third loop again, so you see how I have both loops there. And I'm not happy with that. You can see how I've split my yarn there that I don't want, so I'm just going to pick it up again and get at the entire third loop. There we go, that's correct. And work an increase, a double crochet increase. So, and then on the next 2 stitches work a double crochet. Continue like this with the double crochet increase and then 2 double crochets all the way around, and close with a needle join on your first stitch. Round 5, we're going to start in any double crochet increase that you made in a treble 3 together, and then the first of these 2 double crochets. Again, the back loop of the first double crochet increase in a treble. Pick up your yarn. And to make a single crochet, and of course the first single crochet is going to be a chain 1. So this is the equivalent of our first single crochet. Now we're going to work a treble crochet, and we're going to work it in the loop of this treble 3 together that we made. So in here work a treble crochet. So that's twice over. Pick up your loop and take off 1, 2, 3 times. Come back up to round 4. Do not skip any stitches. So this was the last stitch worked in. there. So this is going to be the next stitch we're going for, and we're going to make 4 single crochets. That's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're again going to make a treble, and this time we're going to make him in the second loop of this single crochet increase that you have here from round 3. You see here these 2 single crochets in that second single crochet increase. I'm going to work a treble in there. So that's again twice over into that loop, bottom to top, pick up your yarn and then take off 1, 2, 3 times. Do not skip any stitches and work 3 single crochets. So not skipping any stitches means this here is the next stitch you should work in, and then make 1, 2, 3 single crochets, and then you're back at the beginning again, because your next single crochet is going to be on the first double crochet of this increase that you made in the treble. So this repeat unit you're going to do in total 6 times. You're going to go all the way around. So your next treble is going to be in this loop here, from your treble 3 together, then again 4 single crochets, and then you work the next one on this second of the single crochet increase you see here. Then again work 3 single crochets, and then again 1 single crochet and start the repeat unit. So in essence what you have here is a treble that you work in the loop of the treble 3 together and the second single crochet loop of the single crochet increase, and every time 4 single crochets in between, not skipping any stitches. So go all the way around and close with a needle join on your first stitch. Round 6. In this round again a background round, and again working only in the back loops. You can start on any treble around, doesn't matter which one you take. So I'm just going to take this one. So any treble stitch, the back loop, pick up your yarn. Yes, there we go. Yes. And we're going to start with a double crochet increase. So the first one is of course a chain 2, and then work a second double crochet in the same stitch. On the next 4 stitches work a double crochet in each. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, and yes, there we go, 4. That's your repeat unit. You're going to do this in total 12 times, which means that your double crochet increase is going to be on the treble each time, and the 4 single crochets in between you're going to be making regular double crochets. So to show you the repeat once more, this is a treble, so we're going to work a double crochet increase on that treble, so it means 2 double crochets in the same stitch. So, and then on the next 4 stitches work a double crochet on each. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now I'm at the next treble where I need to work a double crochet increase again. continue like this, go all the way around and close with a needle join on that first stitch. Round 7. This round we're going to be working in the front loops from round 5. Just worked in the back loops for round 6, so for round 7 in the front loops. For me that's in the orange here, these front loops. New color yarn, and we're going to be making flower petals in round 7. Can connect on any treble stitch from round 5, doesn't matter which one, so take your pick. I'm going to take this one, the front loop on that treble, pick up your yarn like so. Going to start with a slip stitch. That's of course going to be hard considering that you already have a slip stitch to pick up your yarn. So the first one is going to be a chain 1. The next loop, the next loop stitch here, work a half double crochet. That's a half double crochet. Note I'm not taking this yarn with me. I'm going to pull that to the back at the end. On the next stitch, make a double crochet increase. So we're going to make 2 double crochets in the next loop. That's 1 and 2. Do exactly the same for the next one. So again, a double crochet increase on the next loop. It's 1 and 2, and here for this loop here make a half double crochet again. That is your repeat unit, which means the next repeat, to start the next repeat unit, I make a slip stitch on the treble. You can see that is a flower petal that I just made there. Show you again. So the slip stitch here that I made on the treble is already part of the next repeat unit. So again, a half double crochet on the first loop, a double crochet increase on the next. That's 1 and 2. Repeat, so that's another double crochet increase in the next loop. And then a half double crochet. And then your next stitch, half double crochet, and your next stitch should again be a treble in which you're going to make a slip stitch. And then you're at the beginning of the next repeat unit again. So this is your flower petal. You're going to be making 12 of these in total. Go all the way around, and then I'll just quickly show you how to close on this first stitch here. So we're to the end of the round. So I've just made the last half double crochet. Now I'm going to make a slip stitch on the first stitch where we started. So I'm just going to make a slip stitch into that stitch. And cut off your yarn. Then I'm going to open up here, and both these tails, so from the beginning and the end, I'm going to pull to the back. You see, there's my hook. I'm just going to pull both of these to the back, and do that with just a little bit of caution that you don't accidentally ruin your flowers here to the front. You can see those are your flowers, and then here on the back you can tie a knot in these 2 threads, these tails, and you're going to work these 2 in, of course. And then on the front you can see a lovely flower pattern that you've made with all these petals. round 8. This round we're going to be squaring up the round mandala that we have up till now. You're going to start in the position above any of the treble 3 togethers you made in round 3. You take this treble here, move upwards, and then you should see a double crochet increase directly in line with this on round 6. So this is the position that you want to start in the second double crochet. So check that, make sure that you're on this line here, because you of course also have a double crochet increase here, but that's not the one you want. You want the one that's above the treble. Pick up your yarn in that second double crochet increase. And now we're going to square up. We're going to start with 3 single crochets. The first, of course, is going to be a chain 1. It's going to be 1 single crochet and 2 and 3. A half double crochet on the next stitch, still working only in the back loops, a double crochet, 1 and 2, there's 2 double crochets. The next stitch you work a treble, that's 1, and on the stitch after that again work a treble. That's 2 trebles on 2 stitches, and now you're going to work 2 trebles in 1 stitch. This is of course very similar to what we've done before. Oh dear, I've just knotted everything in here. There we go. Sorry, 2 trebles in the 1 stitch. That's 1 and 2. That's the first part of your corner. Chain 2, and then we're going to do everything in reverse order again. So chain 2, and now 2 trebles in the next stitch. So that's twice over. That's the first treble, again twice over. And then the next treble. The next stitch work 2 trebles on 2 stitches. So that is 1 and 2. Now 2 double crochets on the next 2 stitches. So 1 double crochet and 2 and a half double crochet. And of course we still need 3 single crochets. 1, 2 and 3. And that is your first corner completed. You can see the next stitch is again a second double crochet increase, and that's going to be the next repeat, start of the next repeat unit. You make your second corner, third corner and fourth corner. So make all 4 and then close with a needle join on your first stitch. Last round, I'm going to start on the first of these 6 single crochets that you have between 2 corners. So on that first single crochet, back loop, yes, back loop, pick up your yarn. Now we're going to start by making 12 single crochets. And the first is of course a chain 1. That's 1, and we get to make single crochets until almost to the corner, and on the last stitch before the corner make a half double crochet. This way of making the last round we've of course done many times before, so I'm sure that you're very familiar with it already. Slowly but surely getting to the corner. And this stitch plus the next, and then we're done with the single crochets. On this last stitch before the corner you make a half double crochet, and then in the chain 2 corner space itself we make a new corner, which is 2 double crochets. So work 2 double crochets in the corner space itself, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets in the same corner space. And now you're ready for your next edge. So on the next stitch, on that very first stitch, you're going to work a half double crochet. That's this stitch here. Again, just the back loop, work a half double crochet. And then on the next 6 stitches, work single crochets. And that's then going to bring you to the beginning of the repeat unit again, which means you need to make 12 more single crochets. So you're going to be making 18 in total on a straight edge, like so. That is the first corner repeat. I'm going to do this in total 4 times for all 4 corners. When you've made your last needle joint, this is what your square looks like. Brings us to the end of this instruction video. I hope this was a useful video for you. Thank you for watching.